What's good, guys? It's Charlie ND here, and I just want to thank you all so much for 700 subscribers. I never expected to get to 700, and each 100 I get, it still feels unreal to me, but this channel just seems to keep growing and growing, and so I'm just gonna keep pumping out content for you guys. So, this video is gonna be another story time. And I should probably tell everyone that this video is going to be discussing some pretty serious subjects, so watch at your own discretion. You have been warned. So this video takes place just a few hours prior to me recording this. So on this day, I was going to visit my friend at his work. We'll just call him Austin for the sake of this video. And I was going to visit him at his work. He was just about to close, and then we were going to go out together. So I get dropped off at his work. It's just a few minutes before closing. It's just before 9 p.m. And I go into the store he works in. I say hi to him, and we're just chilling and talking for a bit. And the reason the two of us were going out on this night was because we were going to buy something for someone else that we knew. So yeah, my friend closed up the shop, and we headed to the bus stop, and we took a couple buses to the store we needed to go to. So we had to take 2 buses from Austin's work to the shop we had to go to, and those 2 bus rides weren't really eventful. We just talked about the Stanley Cup playoffs and how the Leafs managed to choke again, and we saw this helicopter, so that was cool. And yeah, we get to the store, we buy what we need to buy. I'm not gonna bore you with the details of that because there isn't really much to say. And then we get on the bus home, and this is where things start to get interesting. So we're on this bus. Austin and I are at the back. There are like 2 other people on the bus, doesn't really matter. And suddenly, out of the blue, this bus driver just comes to a halt, and the headlights reveal someone sitting in the middle of the road. At first I thought, wow, it's a bit late for protesters, isn't it? But I quickly realized that this was no protester. This man was trying to take his own life. The bus driver speaks up. Does anyone want to help try and get this guy out of the road? And without hesitation, without a second thought, I find myself getting up out of my seat and making my way towards the front of the bus. The bus driver opened the forward doors, and I placed 1 foot out of the bus onto the road. As soon as I got a good look at this man's face, I knew he was in pain. He had this look of pure devastation. It was absolutely heartbreaking. Peering my head out from the side of the bus, I yelled to this man, "You have to get out of the road." He ignored me at first, and he told the bus driver to run him over. I could not believe what I was seeing. At this point, cars going in the opposite direction began stopping as well, and people yelled from their cars, telling this man to get off the road. He wasn't going anywhere, so I spoke up once again. Now, I'm not really the motivational speaker type, but in this moment I had to say something. I don't recall exactly what I said, because the moment was pretty intense, but it was something along the lines of, "Sir, I don't know what you're going through or what you have gone through, but I promise you that it will get better. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Please don't do this." I know that isn't exactly the most original thing to say in that situation, but everything I said right there came from the heart, and I genuinely believed in everything I told this man. After I said that, a good Samaritan got out of his car and gently ushered this man off of the road. So, I stepped back into the bus and took my seat next to Austin at the back. We looked at each other with this look of what the hell just happened, and we talked about it for the rest of the ride. And that concludes the story. Yeah, there's not really much to it. It's not as long as some of my other ones, but still. I want to remember this story, and that's why I decided to share it. I had never done anything like that before, and the experience felt so surreal to me. We all have our main character moments in life, and that was definitely one of mine. I didn't do what I did to look like some sort of big shot hero or anything. I did it because in that moment, something in my heart compelled me and told me that that was something that needed to be done. I know that sounds really corny, but I honestly don't know a better way to phrase that. I saw a guy who was in trouble, and it felt natural to do the right thing. And that's why I think I didn't hesitate. If any of you ever find yourself in the same situation, do not be afraid to speak up, because you might save a life. Now, I'm not saying that I'm the reason that this guy survived, because I'm not. The guy who got out of his car and ushered him out of the road, he's the real hero here, and I wish I could thank him for it. But I hope that what I said to the guy who was sitting in the road resonates with him, even just a bit. And although I have no way to check up on this guy's well-being, and I have no idea about his state at this current point, I hope that I encouraged him to keep going. I hope I encouraged him to push through. And the bottom line is, I hope he's still alive. You know, I complained about the Leafs earlier in this video, and although I was devastated that they were eliminated from the playoffs again, this was a reality check for me. Earlier in the day, I was complaining about a hockey team, and just a few hours later, I was face to face with a man who was about to take his own life over something that I can only imagine was far, far worse. It was at that moment that I gained a whole new appreciation for just how bad things can be for someone, and it's a lesson that I will never, ever forget. With that being said, thank you all very much for watching. I didn't expect to make a video about such a serious topic, but what can I say? Life is full of surprises. So, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you guys in whatever I decide to make next.
She gets dressed up like a pillow, so she's always